Hey, I'm here to talk about spirituality and all that, and love. Um, People have mistaken love. You don't love someone by love should not cause love should not be painful. Love should not be just you don't love someone with your eyes, like you love someone with your heart. Um, and people confuse love with ego, and that's really just that's just the low, like like I mean there's gonna be balance, like obviously, like you go for like your match, like everyone has heaps of like matches on earth, so like we like we have like like our opposite, like our polar opposite, our twin flame, as they would call it. They're purple. um the violet flame is what people who know about chakras and ascension, um, and yeah, um, um, and yeah, I feel like lots of people on Earth, they have this spiritual belief and it blocks them from like ascending further, or like from being their highest, most intelligent version of themselves, because like even if they have like gifts, like they could be using their gifts for like that use your gifts wisely, because lots of people have gifts, like not everyone is the same, everyone is like special but in their own unique way, and I like to see the good in everyone, but yeah, that's when I guess um like everyone is special and unique in their own way, and like people need to have more confidence in themselves because they are their own worst critic, and like everyone should always feel loved, and everyone should feel like they are like safe and have a right to be on Earth. And I feel like this, like that, and like, I'm really like trying to find people who are also into spirituality, because I really want to be able to like travel to other planes of existence and like just grow spiritually. Um, yeah, and like also, yeah, I just want to be happy. um, and like I have been going through major, just like major major dilemmas at the moment, and like have been struggling to pursue any of my creativity. Um, so yeah. Um, um, and like I'm really disappointed in my relationships, because like when like I don't know, I just have been having bad luck, but like I'm sure things will eventually I'm sure like if I like keep trying, and like I've been so sick, so it's kind of hard to attract your like partner when you're like being sick and having like and aren't around, like I know you aren't, like I'm not, like I know, I guess like I don't know, it's just I don't know. um but yeah, and like I'm worried that like my partner is like I don't know, out there somewhere being like victimized or brainwashed by other people, and I'm not there to protect them. But like I'm sure that I'll eventually be able to find that, and and like also just build strong relationships with everyone. Like I don't like to label my spirituality, because I don't like to say any, like I don't know, I just it's like I don't like to labelize anything. I just except yeah, I just believe in higher realms and other planes of existence that I haven't discovered. But yeah, no one knows anything. Like I just don't really know it. And like, but yeah, And like I don't really want to be wasting all my energy on talking nonsense. But yeah. If you watched any of my other videos, I'm kind of in like an emergency kind of thing. Like I really need to find people who are on my level, who are wanting to be on my level and who aren't judgmental. Because I'm definitely not judgmental, and I'm pretty just much innocent and loving, and I don't know why any of what's happened to me has happened, but I don't know. And everyone's being really angry at me at the moment. They're just like, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, because I don't know what everyone else has been doing, but like whatever, any mistake you've ever made, you have to forgive yourself and release that feeling of love so then you can block and move on and raise your vibe and like be more yourself. And like there's no right or wrong, like love is free, like everyone has the right to be different, but like you don't have to push your beliefs on other people, and you don't have to force people into being like whatever you're doing. Like I don't force anyone into like being with me, so no one should like be forcing anyone to do anything. Like you have to be like, I always respect people's boundaries, and I respect their religions, and I don't like to like there's no saying like what it like people should know in their heart, like if you know in your heart that something's right or wrong, like always like listen to your inner self. Yeah, like thank you for watching. Emergency, because I am very important, and like my abilities are like to help heal the earth. Like there's not many kind people left. There's not many people who being jealous of me, but like I'm an earth angel, and I feel like as you ascend to your higher self, you start to become like your features start changing. Like I don't know, everything just started changing. It was weird, but in a good way. Yeah, it's like you become who you are inside is a reflection of how you are on the outer. Like what's going on in your life, who you are reflects on the outer. Yeah, and yeah, and I've been trying to find people I feel like there's people with spiritual gifts who can grow with me, but they've just they've just been like I don't know, a childish behavior is being competitive. Like we're not put on earth to compete with people. Like looking at this from like a bird's eye view, it's just everyone's just it's just funny. It's like people, yeah, because people are just bored, and like I said before, you just live in the present, be more creative, just and if you're gonna take drugs, do something fun afterwards. Don't just sit in your room and be boring on drugs. Like when I don't even need drugs. I'm not on any drugs. But if I do take drugs, then I start to, I don't know, it's not always the best idea, but it's kind of like something you turn to if you're bored or lonely, or if you just need that buzz. Like sometimes if you are low, you might need, I don't know, you should never need drugs. You should never ever need drugs. I mean, weed and all of that is so fun. Like if you're spiritually, I know if I'm quite safe with most drugs. Like it hasn't been a bad experience for me on drugs, but I don't know. That's not for everyone. Not everyone is the same, so don't take drugs if it doesn't work for you. Like if drugs don't work for you, like even people are drugs. Like you can be like addicted to people, like, you know, and you're just like, oh my god, like, you know, people are like obsessed with like Justin Bieber and all of that. You just people are just like people become ego-minded like when you don't even know someone. That's when it's weird. Um, and and yeah, and that's kind of, I feel like that's almost half why I'm in this emergency, because um, I need people to, you know, understand that, and I'm not speaking quite clearly because everything's messy. And yeah, and like I've like had no confidence. I feel like I could have been making really good videos like that have a lot of information ages ago, but I just didn't have any confidence. I wouldn't even take photos of myself. I was just, I don't know, I'm an empath, so I was taking on other people's emotions. So like I was just like if someone's feeling something, I will start to feel that, and then I'll like if someone, yeah, whatever people feel. So I just feel what other people feel. I'm very, very weird, very much an empath. Um, so yeah, I was just like, I just hated myself so much. So, and like I was like, I just kind of basically didn't know how to use the internet. I feel like I kind of half need someone to do that for me, because I mean it took me like 2 years to learn how to make a YouTube account. And I was so like Earth gets too much for me sometimes. Like it's too like everyone's like there's too much toxic negativity going on. So I kind of just go off into my own little world of like just being random and fun, or what I call fun. I just like start dancing and trying to be happy, trying to raise my vibe, or like I'll be emotional and sad, and that's when it's like it's just, I know everyone's different. But yeah, I have a really big heart, and it's just, and people confuse like earth and ego attachments from like, yeah, they just, it's being a very wild, crazy thing for me. And yeah, I feel like yeah, people, and I know I'm more into I'm gonna just